In the lively town of Ezioke, there lived a man named Mr. Kalu, who was one of the wealthiest men in the entire region. His riches were legendary, and his vast estates and properties were the talk of the town. But despite his immense wealth, Mr. Kalu was known for being extremely tight-fisted and selfish. Every day, Mr. Kalu would walk through the market where he was greeted with nods and cautious smiles. People knew him well, but not because of his kindness.
There goes Mr. Kalu. He has more money than anyone, yet he never lifts a finger to help anyone.
One day, as he strolled through the bustling market, Mr. Kalu saw a beggar sitting by the roadside. Weak and hungry, the beggar, with hope in his eyes, looked up at Mr. Kalu and said,
"Please, sir, just a little something to eat."
Mr. Kalu looked down at the beggar with disgust.
Why don't you work hard like the rest of us? People are always looking for handouts. They should just put in the effort like I did.
Without a word, he walked past the beggar, pretending not to hear his pleas. Later that day, as he sat in his grand mansion, Mr. Kalu's thought wandered back to the beggar.
These people don't just understand the value of hard work.
He muttered to himself.
I earned every penny I have. Why should I give it away to those who do nothing?
Despite his wealth, Mr. Kalu led a very lonely life. His grand mansion was quiet, with no children or family to fill it us. At night, when the loneliness crept in, he would try to comfort himself with his riches.
At least I have my money.
He would think.
I don't need anyone else.
His servants would sometimes gather in the kitchen, whispering about their master.
He has so much money, yet he lives like a man who has nothing.
One other servant said, he could pay for everyone who comes down from a car, yet he does nothing for anyone. Another would add, but Mr. Kalu remained indifferent, convinced that his wealth was his alone to enjoy.
I worked hard for this.
He often told himself.
It is mine and mine alone.
Life continued this way until one fateful day, Mr. Kalu felt terribly ill. At first, he thought it was just a minor illness, but as days turned into weeks, his condition worsened. He consulted the best doctor, paying them handsomely for their service, but none could provide a cure. As he lay in his bed, weak and in pain, Mr. Kalu's thought became his only companion.
I have spent my entire life accumulating wealth. But what good is it now? I have no one to share it with, no one who truly cares for me.
His thoughts were interrupted by a visit from a man who had heard of Mr. Kalu's illness.
Mr. Kalu,
the man said gently,
your wealth cannot buy you peace or happiness. It is time to reflect on how you lived and treat people around you.
Mr. Kalu, irritated by the word of the man, snapped,
I don't need your advice. I have not done anything wrong. I earned every bit of my fortune.
Then the man left. Mr. Kalu could not even shake off his feeling that something was missing in his life. That night, he had a very bad dream. In his dream, he stood before a great judge who asked, Mr. Kalu, what have you really done with the blessings you were given? Mr. Kalu, for the first time, was speechless. He woke up in cold sweat, the judge's word echoing in his mind. The next morning, he thought deeply about his life.
What have I done with all my wealth?
He wondered.
I have no children, no family. My money will be useless when I'm gone. What will people remember me for? My stinginess? My refusal to help those in need?
This realization shook him to his core. He called for his lawyer, who was surprised to see the unusual feelings of Mr. Carlo, feeling so troubled.
I need to change my will.
Mr. Carlo said, his voice trembling.
I want my money to go to those who need it, to the people of this town.
Guys, thank you for watching. Watch out for the part 2 of this story as I'm going to drop it soon. Do not forget to give this video a thumbs up, like it and share it.